After a long ride, all you need is a nice active recovery. So I'm going to show you 10 different stretches that you can do at home to feel your utmost best after a long ride. Our first move is going to target various different muscle groups, so let's get going. I'm going to interlace the hands behind the back, stand nice and tall. And maybe the palms of the hand can touch, or maybe only the fingertips. That's completely fine. Over time, it will get better. If you can, try to bring the palms of the hands to touch and really squeeze the hands behind you. The ribs stay together, belly button towards the spine. You don't want to flare out the ribs and bring everything into the lower back. No, keep the ribs together, stay nice and tall. Good. Feet hip width apart. Now you bend the knees and then slowly start to lean forward. Let the arms hang over the head. You want to open up here into the shoulders, into the chest. Focus first only on the upper body. Again, maybe you just hold here onto the fingertips, but try to bring the palms of the hands to touch slowly. Again, over time, this will increase. If neither of that works for you, you can also hold on to a strap. Let the hands fall overhead and bring the chest towards the knees. Now, since you're feeling really comfortable now here, you start to straighten out the legs. Maybe start with one leg and bend the other. Just start to loosen up here into the hamstrings. So with this position, obviously we're targeting the back side of the legs, which you really need to use during a long cycle or even during short cycles. And we're opening up the shoulders, the chest, the upper body. Good. Slowly find some stillness here. Hold. If you can, start to straighten out the legs. If they're still a bit bent, it's absolutely fine. It's like, as long as you feel the stretch, don't worry about how poses are looking like. Often the stretches that look the most awkward are the best for you. Okay, slowly start to release the hands. Oh, feels really good. And stand nice and tall. Ooh, feeling a bit dizzy maybe. Careful. Grab a pair of blocks and bring them in front of you onto the mat. So for this one here, we're going to start first with one leg and then we switch over towards the other. Let's start with the right leg. You're going to bring the toes onto the blocks or the balls of the feet. And then start just with one leg. You straighten out the leg and start to lean forward. You might already feel a good stretch here. You can also do this by holding on to the wall or leaning towards the wall. If you have some stairs at home, you can also do it there. You just want to put your foot onto something. And maybe you start first with, let's say, a book or something that is a bit lower. If you know that your calves are super, super tight, then start slow. And we switch it out. Do the other foot. Notice the difference in both sides. Maybe both are super tight. And warm it up. Straighten out the leg, lean a bit forward, increase the stretch here. Good. And now we're gonna do both feet. Really start slow here. So bring the balls of the feet onto or the toes. And maybe the blocks start to lift up. That's absolutely fine. And you lean forward. Ooh, this is now really kind of the end boss for the calf stretches. It's pretty tough. So really go slow here. Take it easy. You want to feel a stretch, but obviously you don't want to rip your calves apart. So be still gentle with yourself. Good. Hold here. Keep on breathing. Lean a bit more forward. Straighten out legs a bit more. Hold for one more breath. And slowly let go. Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay, put the blocks aside. We're going to need them further. But for the next stretch, we come down onto the mat. Our first pose today is the frog pose. For that, make sure that you're either on a nice soft carpet or a cushioning yoga mat because you don't want to harm your knees on that. Come on to all fours and then you start to widen your knees. For this pose, it's important that you keep a 90-degree angle in your knees and also in your ankles. Good. You can widen the knees as much as feels comfortable or doable for you. Again, you don't want to harm yourself, so be gentle. You can lower down the elbows towards the mat, and you will notice the further forward you come, the easier it is, and the further back you push, the harder it will get, and the more stretch you will feel. So pick your poison. And today I want to introduce you to a few different methods of stretching. So one of them is a passive stretch. That's what we're doing right now. We're using gravity to pull us further down towards the mat. But another one I would like to introduce you today is called a PNF stretch. What PNF stands for, I'm going to add it into the caption. However, what we're going to do is we add a lot of pressure to the muscle we want to lengthen. So we compress the muscle and then we release the pressure and the muscle will relax even further than it did before. Just follow along. For that, first now, imagine you want to push the knees into the mat without lifting the bum up high and you want to squeeze something underneath you. So start to squeeze the legs together, push them into the mat, feel the engagement of the inner thighs, hopefully no cramp. Push, keep on going, don't stop, hold. 3, 2, 1, and release. Or maybe you feel like, oh, actually now suddenly I can widen my knees just a tiny bit more, but it feels better. You can do so. Good. Let's do one more round like this. So you start to add pressure again. Keep on pushing the knees together. Push as much as you can. Really give your all. Don't lift the bum up. Keep the bum low and slowly release. Good. We're going to hold here for a couple of more breaths and enjoy that we lengthened our inner thighs already. Good. Slowly come out of the pose by pushing the bum forward. You can bring the toes together and then lift yourself up and be like, oh, big stretch. Is quite intense. Come up seated in whatever way feels good for you. Really doesn't matter actually what kind of seat you're taking on. We want to work on the upper body now, a bit more on the shoulders to open up and lengthen it, because when you sit on a bicycle like that, it all kind of stiffens up. So for that, we bring our hands in front of us and then bring one elbow on top of the other, and you try to wrap around the hands here, and you already maybe feel a nice stretch between the shoulder blades. This posture might be a bit tricky for you if you have a similar big biceps like me. And the higher you lift the elbows, the more you will feel the intense stretch. Notice how I'm not flaring my ribs up, I'm not arching the lower back. My ribs are staying together. I pull the belly button in, sit nice and tall, and lift the elbows up, push them away from me. Want to open up the space between the shoulder blades, also the shoulders around. Hold for one more breath. And slowly release. And obviously we have a second arm, so we're gonna switch it out. Now do the opposite arm on top and start to try to interlace the hands. If it doesn't really work, it's absolutely fine as long as you feel the stretch in the shoulder blades. Good. This is also a really nice stretch when you come from a shoulder workout or upper body workout in the gym, or you've done any handstand work or something like that. Very nice. Feels very nice. Hold one more breath. And slowly release. Good. So what we're using obviously kind of like a lot during cycling are the quads, so we need to release them now too. For that, we have various different options. One is we bring the one leg in front like so, and the other we bend. And then you lean back onto your hands. For this one here to feel the stretch, I mean, you might already feel a stretch now. You tuck the tailbone under. So you lift the bum up, you push the hips up, and maybe you feel already a good quad stretch here, then you can obviously stay here and you're more than welcome to remain here. Or maybe you say like, oh, there's a bit more. You start to bend the elbows, start to lower down. And again, you still lift the pelvis up. If this is bothering your knee, you don't do it. But if that feels good for you, if you stay down on the elbows or if you stay up on the hands and you feel the stretch, and you're doing it absolutely right. And that's exactly what we want to get here. Nice. Let's switch out the sides. Okay, bend the other leg and the other foot comes on front. Good. Again, you tuck the tailbone under and you lift the bum up. So this is also something you can do on both legs at the same time. And this is something, if you want to try it out, try it out. Some people feel that it is, or say that it's not good for them and feeling in the knees. Absolutely fine, you don't have to do it. That's why I'm just gonna show it to you so you can try it out if you like to, and skip it if not. And then slowly release. We're gonna keep on going with the quad stretch, don't you worry. Come onto all fours again and start to tuck the toes under, and we lift into a downward facing dog. Still a yoga video. How could we skip downward facing dog? We can't. Good. If you ever have taken class with me or have done any of my other videos, you know that when I'm in downward facing dog, I like to focus on various different body parts separately. So usually I start focusing only on one leg, press the heel down, really push back here into the leg, feel the opening in the calf and the hamstring, everything here. And once I feel kind of okay here, I switch over towards the other leg. Again, push the heel down, stretch out the back side of the leg. And don't you worry if your heels are far away from the mat, it's absolutely fine. As long, and also if your knees are still bent, also okay. As long as you feel the stretch in the hamstring, you're doing everything absolutely right. Good. Now look forward between the hands, and then you step the right foot outside of the right hand. And my foot is it's actually halfway on the mat and halfway off the mat. Untuck the back toe and the back knee. And you stay here into our nice lizard lunge. You can add a bit of wiggles from side to side, a bit of movement here. So again, here we're opening the hips, the legs. We're also coming on to a quad stretch now. So for that, I show you what we're gonna do. And if you say like, oh, this is too much for me, you can always go and grab a strap, a dog leash, a towel, or anything like that, and try it out with this. I'll show you first what we wanna do without it. So you bend the back leg, and then with the opposite arm, you reach from behind and grab the foot. Now you can pull the heel towards the bum. This might be a bit tough for you because you're like, okay, I'm not flexible in that part. You can grab the dog leash or the towel. Getting that around is already a workout. And put it around the foot. Hold it with the opposite hand. So that is kind of a workout here. And then start to pull the leg towards you. Again, wherever your foot is, if it is super far away from you, but you feel the quad stretch, you're doing everything right. Bum is still down. Notice that I'm not lifting the bum. I used to do this always at the beginning of my practice earlier, a couple of years ago, and I always lifted my leg. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so flexible. No, this is not what we want to do. Keep the bum low and then bring the foot towards you. You want to feel a big quad stretch. Nice. Slowly release. And then we step back with our foot. Ooh. Tuck the toes under and lift back up into downward facing dog. Good. Let's switch it out. Look forward between the hands, and now we step our left foot forward outside off the mat. Again, mine is halfway on the mat, halfway off the mat. You can also roll onto the outer edge of the foot, add a bit of movement here. I always feel like that is a bit nicer than just coming straight into a static stretch, and it's a bit more gentle. Slowly find the stillness. And again, we want to grab the foot from behind. You can also work on this active mobility here by start to bending the leg and lifting it as much as you can. And over time, it will increase and obviously get better. Once you can reach the foot, you bring the foot towards the bum. Again, you keep the bum down and low. And you want to feel the big opening in the quads, but also in the psoas muscle. This is, in my opinion, the best quad stretch you can do after a long hike, cycle, whatever actually. It is the best quad stretch, full stop. Hold here, one more breath. And slowly release. Step back into a force, and then we come onto the bum seated, swing the legs around, and come down onto the mat. Good. Ooh. All right, so our figure 4 stretch. Bring the right ankle across the left knee. Keep the foot really active, so you don't want to have a floppy foot here. Keep a nice active foot, and then you can bring the left knee towards the chest and give yourself a nice big stretch here. You press the right knee away from you to intensify the stretch here. And we keep this foot active, the top leg active. I often get asked about that. It's because as long as the foot is active, your leg has less room to wiggle. And I mean, we know knees don't like to be wiggled and to have any kind of movement in them, except of the hinge movements, or no movement from side to side. And that is kind of preventing it, if that makes sense. Hope that makes sense what I'm saying here. Slowly release, and let's switch it out. So here, if you cannot feel it, we're stretching the glutes. Obviously, we're using them during cycling as well. And keep the top foot active. You can also press the knee a bit away from you to intensify here even further. Good. Big breath in through the nose and out. And slowly release. And again, this is a video, so if you like to hang out into the stretch for a bit longer, feel free to pause and keep on doing the stretch. Now, we grab our strap or dog leash or whatever you have again. And we want to stretch out the hamstrings. So for this, we're going to start first with the right leg. You loop the strap around the right foot and stamp the foot up towards the ceiling. Imagine you want to push with the heel up towards the ceiling. And for that, you can keep the left knee bent, or you can start to straighten it out. Whatever feels good for you. You want to feel a nice stretch in the hamstring. And if you like to intensify it, search out what makes it a bit more intense. If your knee is bent, absolutely okay, as long as you feel the stretch. Push the heel up towards the ceiling, flex the foot, and you bring the foot closer towards the face. Try to keep the sit bones at the hip down, so you don't want to lift up the pelvis again, and you will feel a bit more flexible, but you are actually not adding to your stretch really. Good. For this one here, can bring the foot a bit closer to like kind of like 80-85%, and then release back to 70% of your ability, and just move in between these here to increase the flexibility. Good. And then start to hold the leg. Now we're gonna add our P and F stretch here as well. For that, imagine you want to push the heel as far away from you as you can. So really towards the top corner of the room. push the heel into the strap whilst you pull the strap towards you really hard. You want to feel your muscle engaging on the back side of the leg. Keep on going. Push the heel in. Keep pulling on the strap. Good upper body workout too. Hold and slowly release. Oh, maybe it feels already a bit better. If you like, you can add a second round here. Otherwise, we're gonna switch out the legs. So for that, now it's the left foot that comes into the strap and up towards the ceiling. Hold onto the strap. And again, you focus on the heel up towards the ceiling. Keep the hips down. What I meant, maybe you see it here better. Sometimes I see people lifting up the hips. And yes, it looks better because your foot comes closer towards your face, but actually you're just moving your body. You're not really stretching out. So be honest with yourself. Search out for where you feel most stretchy. And again, maybe add some movement. Pull it closer and release. And you never want to go to like 100%. As I said, it's like 85, I go maximum. Feel it and release. Nice. Now let's add the PNF stretch. And for that, again, you pull onto it and you push against. So you have two different forces here working against each other. Push the heel into the strap. Push, push, push. Keep on going. Don't forget to breathe. No one should pass out now. And slowly release. Good. Ooh, that feels so much more flexible now. Yay. Ooh, okay, you can let go of the strap. Again, if you want to add a second round, you can do that with a PNF stretch. Otherwise, bring the knees up towards the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Maybe a bit of a massage on the lower back by rocking from side to side. And then keep hold of the right leg, straighten out the left, and bring the right knee across the chest. Reach out the right arm. Look over the right shoulder for a nice twist here. Oh, that's such a nice release in the back, the shoulder. That feels so, so nice after sitting on the bicycle, staring into the same direction. It's also a great stretch when you sit a lot. Nice, long, deep breath. And then slowly release, come back towards the center, and we switch out the leg. Send the right leg long, hold on to the left, big squeeze. And then bring it across the chest, across the body. Oh, maybe some cracks here in the spine. Reach the left arm long, look over the left shoulder. So nice. Pretty sure after that you will feel super nice and a nice release in the body, nice stretched out. And you have a big snack, big dinner, good sleep, and then you're so well recovered and ready for your next exercises. Slowly come back towards the center, bring the knees towards the chest. And I hope you feel good, you feel stretched out and ready for the next workout. See you soon.